Hi everyone, Bowtie Brandon here, coming to you from my kitchen. Some of you, or maybe some of your students, you might recognize me from the phonics and grammar songs and dances that are in the Wonders curriculum. But I'm also a National Literacy Specialist with McGraw-Hill Education. And this is a video that is specifically geared for you, the students who use the Wonders Reading Language Arts materials at school, or you might use the Spanish Maravillas materials for dual language or bilingual. And I want to really show you what you can do, and also for you, the parents, how you can support your young scholars with the digital resources there as we are at home learning or doing some virtual learning. Use the Wonders and Maravillas resources to review, to read books, to continue to keep their skills up to date through games and vocabulary and text that they may read. But also I just want to let parents know that in these times with your students at home, just some tips. Maybe create structure for sort of a virtual or at-home school day, making sure there's time for reading and writing, conversations. Make sure you're talking to your young learners. Also maybe some math time or science and social studies time as well. And of course, including time for play. And maybe try limiting screen time during these school days at home. But this video is really going to be to support that online platform. So there'll be an overview first following this, and then you will see a series of shorter videos that really focus in on different aspects of the online dashboard, like vocabulary or the games that students can play. Also be aware that McGraw-Hill has a website set up for parents and for teachers as well. Right here you can see the web address here above me, mheonline.com/remote learning. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's learn how we can best utilize our digital resources at home with Wonders and Maravillas. Thanks so much. Here we go. Okay, hi everyone. Here is our big broad overview for you guys that are students that use Wonders in your classrooms for reading language arts, and also those of you that are parents. This is your students' dashboard, and this is where they can come here each day while they're at home and do a few activities to keep up their literacy and reading skills. So let's just talk in very broad terms, and then we'll have some additional shorter videos. First of all, it doesn't matter. I'm logged in as a 4th grade student, but your dashboard may look a little different, might have a different picture. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Kindergarten through 6th grade. Also, I'm logged in under Wonders, but if you're logged in under Maravillas for Spanish, that's okay too. You'll still see these same icons and these same things across the top. So let's just really quickly run through this. You have a to-do list, which is where if your teacher is sending you assignments each day, that you would find them there. You would know you have an assignment because you'd see a little number 1 or number 2 there. Then you've got your words to know. When you click on this, this is where you're going to find all that great vocabulary, and we'll do a video on this, but again, just being able to say these words, spell these words. You can click into each one of them and really get the definition of the word, examples of the word, and there's some activities. So that's words to know that you can check in on. Under the writing little icon here, this again may look a little different depending on which grade level you're in, but you've got some computer literacy lessons that you could do. Also, if those of you that are in grades 2 through 6, you may have, if you click under workshop, you'll have all these different types of writing that would be great practice for you to do, whether you want to do an opinion, a personal narrative, a letter, a book review. It looks like we've got several pages of research reports, things that you could do as some writing practice, which would be awesome. Okay, let's go over here. Next, you'll see games. When you click here, these would be the games that are connected for this essential question and this week of instruction here. So you have grammar and phonics and vocabulary. Again, it may look a little different depending on your grade level, but all you have to do is you can click on this icon and you can play some of these games. And then finally, you have this last tab here that we're going to go through, which is read. This is where you're going to see any connected stories or text or leveled readers that go with this particular essential question. So you've got your reads there that would be great for you to read. And you know what's really neat too is that all of these stories that you could pick up, even though they're different, all are going to be around the same essential question. They're going to have that same vocabulary that's under the words to know. So they're all really sort of connected, even though they are different stories. And that would be great. You know, parents, if you're listening to this, that's probably the number one thing I could recommend is just making sure your kids are reading. I don't, reading from here, the newspaper, magazines, articles. Just important that kids are having some reading time each day. As we go up, there's a couple other things here. Under the school to home connection here, you're going to see a parent letter that is connected to this particular week. But what I really want to show you is over here is you actually have some additional at-home activities that are great to do if you're doing some virtual learning, and since we're at home now, you've got a word workout, which will be word activities with vocabulary and spelling, and then a comprehension check over the particular comprehension skill. And here in my letter I can see what the word workout's going to be about and our comprehension activities on sequence of events. So those would be great for you to click onto as well. Under the next tab up here at the top, you see resources. This is where you can get into any resources. This is where I just encourage you, if you want to just go into your books and find a story that you've already read before in class, you can go back and reread it. Or if you want to read maybe a leveled reader, or we even have additional student reads, that would be great opportunities. One of the things I love that would be fun to do at home would be a reader's theater. If you've got multiple people in your household, then everybody take a part and y'all could perform a play. How fun would that be? You have access to all of your games and your practice pages. Another thing I think that would be really positive and a way to sort of integrate and to do reading and science and social studies all together are through our research and inquiry projects here. So I click on that and I can look at the projects. Interview a classmate. There are all kinds of different projects that you could click into and get into, and so we'll go a little deeper into that in one of our other videos. But again, lots of different things here under the resources. So hopefully this has been just a very broad overview of all the things you can click around and click into on your Wonders dashboard. Please join me for the next series of videos where we'll talk more in depth about vocabulary, games, reading, and writing. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.